What's cracking, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got the big battle, number one contenders match for the team titles. We got Above the Line taking on Modok. This is going to be quite the barn burner, so let's get it started.
Hey, partner.
Hey, partner.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So I just wanted to talk because something's sort of been weighing on my mind.
What's up?
You guys have been so supportive about this whole number one contender spot thing. But I felt like I needed to talk to you about it first because, I want to do this, but at the same time, I feel like maybe should we save this for us? Like, should we save this for our team, for the Shire Wolves, or do you want this spot? Because, I feel like if anything...
Hey, partner, let me stop you right there. Seriously, Shire Wolves, we've got this. We can play our way to the top. I have every confidence we can do that. Just like I have every confidence in you taking this number one contender shot. I had my shot. I'll make my way back up again, but this is your time. You have earned this just as much as any of the other top 10 players. I'm so happy that Emma offered it to you. I'm going to be there right by your side, and you're going to get that belt.
Oh,
I promise.
that's really nice.
I know. Partners. We're partners in this.
Okay.
You got this.
All right.
Go get the belt.
Okay.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about the Patreon, you guys have a chance to support the Schmoedown. Now, myself, Mark Ellis, we've taken over the production. Basically, you guys have 16 tiers to choose from. We're trying to give back to the fans. Go and check it out right there. If you want to support the Schmoedown by becoming a patron today, go ahead and do it. Cannot thank you guys enough for all the support you've given us. And yeah, there's some really crazy tiers in there. I'd love to get your opinions on it. Now go enjoy the match. Go, do it. It's a good match, for God's sakes. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt, Anthony, Gray, Drake, Team Rotten Tomato!
We know that there's a championship match coming up, and we are going to take on the winner, and we will be the champions.
Great Drake.
Friday.
Jeff Snyder.
Baybaits, kids.
And Matt Anthony.
I have no idea.
Oh, my God.
But yes, it's just a matter of when it's ours, but it's ours.
And you guys, I would say, are definitely not done in the team league here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
We're just going to let the Patriots hang on to those belts a little while longer.
Yes.
Modok will be back. Those American pig dogs don't even know what's about to hit them.
This was all part of plot. We let them win. We all part of plot. We will come back. It will be long game we are playing.
I mean, I think that anybody who saw that match today cannot possibly doubt that there is a very good chance that somewhere down the line you could have the opportunity to take on the Patriots again.
attention. I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. Sitting next to me is a man who knows no introduction, but he needs it so badly in his heart. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Knapsack's joining me here.
Happy to be here with you. So nice to actually have you here. You're not doing your Chuckle Hut appearances out in Dayton or something like that.
Hey, where are you from? Who's married?
That's it. That's how you do it. Pretty funny.
Pretty
but good to
good
be here for a big
matchup.
matchup. I actually do enjoy working with you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We've been doing this for 90 years now. When it's not a minor league baseball game, it is a movie trivia Schmoedown. And you look at the team matchup we have today, it's going to be an exciting thing, something exciting for all the fans out there, all the new Patreon tiers that are available. Thank you to all of our patrons, and thank you to all of our new people who are now supporting the Schmoedown Patreon and following us on our official Twitter feed at the Schmoedown. Ken Knapsack, Modok is trying to go up against Above the Line. The winner gets a little something special. That would be a shot at the title against Team Patriots. It's a #1 contender match. Who do you like?
And I know what you're thinking out there in internet land. How can Mr. Knapsack be a unbiased viewer of this match? I, of course, am affiliated with the greatest tag team champions of all time, even better than Demolition and New Day. It is the Patriots, and I am a professional, if not other. Have you ever considered on the Patreon adding a tier where I just judge you?
I think everybody gets that for free in your daily life.
That's right, you do. But this is a big matchup. I love this phrase. I use it a lot. Titans of the game. These are two teams made of 4 competitors who know this game inside and out. They've had successes, they've had big failures, which means that might drive them to the next level. And I think that is what is about to happen today, is people reaching for the stars.
You mentioned reaching for the stars. You mentioned success and failure. In the middle ground is when you get so close to success and then you just get it snatched away from you at the last minute. That has happened to both these teams at the hands of the evil Patriots.
That's a tough thing. It's like my sex life 25 to 38. It's just almost there, but not quite.
Almost
and so
there.
you sometimes have to, you reach for those stars, and like you said, and I want to see, this is a test of that intestinal fortitude, which sounds like something that an HMO doctor would fail to recognize. But I think this is what today is about.
I am a PPO man myself. Pay for my own health insurance. Enjoy doing so. With Modok, you have a team that got so close to beating the Patriots, they took them right down to the wire. It appeared in that contest that Matt Atchity maybe hadn't done his due diligence in watching Schmoedown's past to really study how the game is played. But you know him and Gray Drake. If nothing else, they're always going to have a pleasant introduction. Can they live up to that intro with their play here today,
Look,
Ken?
let me confess something to you there. I've been playing in the Schmoedown since 2014. Never once watched a match. Don't know. This guy Dale, the dude, one time introduced himself to me. I was like, good for you. Hope you enjoyed the trip. I don't know what's going on. I go out there and compete, and that's what Atchity does. I don't care if he sometimes. I love his Russian accent, by the way. I'm Russian. It sounded good, so I don't hold that against him, and I don't think you should look. I know you are, but I don't think other teams.
One could argue that part of competing in the Schmoedown is studying your game tape, and certainly Above the Line has done that. Drew McQueenie, Sam Levine is probably watching it backstage right now. And by the way, Sam Levine, for all of the hard work he's put in, he's got a singles title right now. If they win today, he could be potentially owning both belts if they win the #1 contender match here today, and then they move on to defeat the Patriots.
That is an accomplishment, and if that happens, and I know Sam, sometimes he's got this, I'm the champ, whoa, don't praise me. He's a killer. He knows he's a killer, and he's going to tap into that one day. So Sam's got that killer instinct deep inside.
He's killed 11 people. The last 2 he backed over with his car by accident this morning. We move on to the pregame interviews. Here they are.
Ultimately, facing the Patriots is why I'm here again this season. I wanted to take this team all the way to the finish line, and I feel like if we don't do that, then we haven't done what we set out to do as a team.
Oh, Doc, that defeat against the Patriots, that was heavy.
It was tough.
It was tough. I would use the time machine and go back and tell ourselves not to stay in character.
Anyone who's watched a Modok match knows they are no pushovers. They know their stuff. They are here to play. They are very, very knowledgeable people. It's not my call as to whether or not they're in the tournament. I probably would have had them in there, but do I think had they been in there, they would have just been another stepping stone for Above the Line? Yes, I do.
Sam and Drew, they're really good. They're really good.
Yes.
But
I
think they have more overlapping. I think their knowledge is in the same areas where we offset each other really well. And let's face it, we're more fun.
I don't think them taking the Patriots to sudden death is a bigger feat than what we did, because
we had to run up, what, 3 or 4 matches before that, and every one of those was make or break in that tournament.
We had to win 4 matches in a row, and I mean, this is, I do not want to take away anything from Modok, but I have watched that match where they went to sudden death with the Patriots. The Patriots were not in top form that day.
We think that Above the Line has had it easy because they haven't played us. So since every champion has had to go through us, they're not really champions until they face us. So if we lose, it just cements, yeah, sure, they're champions. And if we win, they don't deserve to be champions.
Pass under the curtain of booze to defeat us.
Modok, you guys are great, you're smart, you're funny, you're knowledgeable, but you are standing in the way of destiny, and I'm sorry, the road ends for you today.
We're gonna go back in time, keep your parents from getting together, and you won't even be born.
You know what? It's not like a Zemeckis movie. It's like a Spielberg movie, and it's Jaws, bitches.
I mean, you look at that, there's a lot of confidence here brimming in Modok. Clearly, they are ready to get this match going. In character, I think, would be an understatement for that team.
But that's sometimes, I used to do crazy make-em-ups, improv, sketch comedy, and the key is form a character to have a point of view that's different than yours. That might help them. They might come in with a different approach. It's not Gray and Matt, it's whoever they are. And that's an interesting wrinkle to what they do.
Yes, and then above the line, confident as always. I mean, you have a powerhouse like Drew McWeeny teaming up with, as we said, the singles championship winner Sam Levine. They don't look like this is even a competition for them, but I think it's going to be coming down to the wire here, Kenny.
Now, this is going to be a epic main event quality match.
Well, let's go to the story of the tape.
The tale of the tape. Let's start with Modok. Their strengths include rom-coms, costumes, accents, like I've always said, superhero movies, and of course, great Jeff Goldblum answers. That's what you need. Above the line comes in, 80s. Drew McWeeny. This is a guy, he and I both had OJ's cereal growing up. He knows the 80s. Sam's got Oscars classics. So does Drew, scores and soundtracks, and they're both great in the speed round.
In a game that is known for deep-cut questions and 5-pointers, OJ's A Cereal in the 80s might be the deepest we have ever gone. My ears are bleeding, and to get back to the surface, I will get the bends in my bloodstream. We are about to start the movie Trivia Schmoedown. You guys can follow along at our official Twitter account at the Schmoedown. Ken, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Look it up here. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go?
Oh, yes!
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! The floor is yours, good sir.
Here you go. 3 rounds to a finish. Introducing first, with a record of 5 wins and 3 defeats, they are the 2015 Ultimate Schmoedown semifinalists and the number 2 contenders, the Kahuna, Matt, Atchity, and Gray, the Great Drake Team. A lot. I like that. It's funny. I don't think even Ashley had to go buy that outfit. I think he's had it. I think he's had it there.
Owen Zach, can we hear a little bit of your Marty McFly and your Doc Brown?
Maddie, give it to him.
I don't know, Doc. This is heavy.
Wow.
Excellent.
I give that a solid 8 out of 10, and I would take both of them to the Fish Under the Sea dance.
Absolutely.
And their challengers,
Excuse me,
I guess, the
that's
favorites.
Enchantment Under the Sea. Enchantment
good.
Under
1
the
point
Sea.
for
So I get a
Atchity.
point. Thank you.
Seen it.
Thank you.
Good
They've
news.
seen it.
Don't have sex with your mom.
And their opponents, with a record of 4 wins and 1 defeat, they are the 2017 Baby Faces of the Year, the 2017 Rookie Team of the Year, and the 2017 Ultimate Schmoedown winners, the Godfather Drew McWeeny, and the reigning Movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Champion of the World, the glorious one, Sam Levine.
this is casual wear for them. Is there a reason why we're getting the hoodies and not the full dress up for Above the Line?
We'll suit up when we get our title shot.
Yeah, we're back in Rocky III training mode right now.
There you go.
It is a title shot that is on the line here today, and your rules in round one, competitors, particularly you, Mr. Atchity, are as follows. In round one, you're going to hear 8 questions from 8 different movie categories. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round one. Once you hear the question, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. You have around 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once we say pens down, please stop writing. When we ask you individually to show us your answer, please show the whiteboard to our cameras. At the same time, you verbalize it into the microphone presented in front of you, plugged in courtesy of our friends at Radio Shack. Keep in mind, you do have JTE rules. 3 of them are able to be used. That is, if you need to hear a question again, or you just want to stall for some time, ask us to repeat the question. Each team also has 1 challenge should you feel a question was answered inaccurately or anything goes down that you want reviewed. Modok, are you ready to play?
You bet.
Yes.
All right. They're ready to go in any decade we see fit, whether it's 55, 85, or 2015, or the Old West. Above the Line, are you ready to go?
Absolutely.
I just want to thank the good people over at Nickelodeon's Mutton Stuff for providing me with this wonderful hoodie. It's a fine children's program, and I was honored to be on it. Yes, we are ready.
With God as my witness, I thought you said muffin stuff.
All right.
I said children's program. Children's.
It just gets dirtier and dirtier. Sam Levine, of course, from the hit show Even Stevens. Let's get ready to Schmoedown. It's time to Schmoedown. There we go. Ken Knapsack will be administering the first question. Ken, what's our category opening up today?
All right, first of 8 questions comes in the category of animated. Animated. Which 2002 Disney film is a science fiction adaptation of a classic Robert Louis Stevenson novel and features the voice talents of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Emma Thompson, and Martin Short? The legendary Martin Short, one of my heroes.
One of the, would you say, the best late night talk show guest of all time?
Charles Grodin. Charles Grodin is that.
Wow. 5, 4, 3, not Robin Williams. 2, Don Rickles. 1, Bob Newhart. And pens down. Matt Atchity, you're up first.
Treasure Planet.
Give him a point.
I'll be Treasure Planet.
That's correct.
I guessed it Titan AE.
Doc Brown is incorrect.
In 1999, I auditioned thrice for this movie, Treasure Planet.
Perfect. Oh, boy, you can't win them all, Sam, but maybe you can win here today and get some measure of revenge on Mr. Louis Stevenson. Your next question comes from the world of comedies. These are movies that are funny. What actress played a sexually aggressive dentist in the comedy Horrible Bosses? Ken Knapsack, the worst boss you've ever had. Let's take the last, 10 years of your life out of the equation.
Myself, currently freelance.
You're not good with taxes.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers starting with Drew.
That would be Jennifer Aniston.
That is correct. Gray.
Always Team Jennifer Aniston.
That is correct. Sam.
Co-written by my dear friend Jonathan Francis Daly. That would be Jennifer Aniston.
And Atchity.
Jennifer Aniston.
That is correct. 4-3 ball game. 4-3 ball game.
Ken, I've never seen more booze for someone who just wants to let everybody know he's well liked in Hollywood.
I have a lot of very successful friends.
And a Canadian girlfriend.
Don't talk about her.
Question 3 comes in the category of 80s movies. 80s movies. Who plays Detective Billy Rosewood in the 1984 movie Beverly Hills Cop?
Maybe my favorite movie with the word cop in it. Although I did like Let's Be Cops famously.
Judge Reinhold.
5.
Nobody else did.
4.
Except
3,
Josh McCougar.
2,
You're the only one.
and 1. He doesn't count. Looking for answers starting with Gray Drake.
I just erased my answer. I didn't have time to rewrite it.
Oh, okay. That's a no. Sam.
Send in the Judge Reinhold.
That's right. Matt Atchity.
I rewrote it, got Judge Ryan. I didn't get the hold.
Okay, we
Can't give
accept
you a
that.
point.
Can't accept that.
Can't accept that.
Can't
Need a
accept
hold.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
Needed a hold. Needed a hold. Sorry.
Judge Reinhold.
Dental right above the line. So it is 6-3. Some fumbles there.
See if that point is going to cost Modok here in the long run.
Yeah, we'll see. Just ask John Rocco about that whiteboard.
All right, your next category is in the world of horror thrillers. Horror thrillers, and your question is, what is the name of the club the group of friends call themselves in the 2017 hit movie It?
Wouldn't know that answer. I'm still scared of the movie. Still scared of the movie.
I heard you recently saw Black Panther for the first time.
About a month and a half after it came out, but I quite enjoyed it. Yes.
Yeah, really good movie.
Yeah,
good villain. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We go to the well-liked in Hollywood Sam Levine.
The answer is Jane Fonda.
A great reference, but we cannot award a point for that. Sorry, that is
clearly said.
Not quite legible enough. We go to Matt Atchity. Do you have it?
The Losers Club.
It is the Losers Club for 1 point.
True.
That would be the Losers Club.
That is correct. Great.
The Losers Club.
All right, so...
Should I challenge that? It clear... Fine, I'll let it go.
Modok, hang it in there.
Are you calling Jane Fonda a loser, my friend?
Modok, hang it in there.
Yes, and I will agree with Matt Atchity. Even if he had written it legibly, Jane Fonda was not the name of the club that the group of friends called themselves in the movie It.
It was a bad joke.
All right, question 5. Question 5 comes in the category of action-adventure. Action-adventure. Aaron Paul stars in which 2014 racing film?
Jesus.
How many speeding tickets have you got?
Oh boy, none in the last 5 years.
0 for me.
I rectified my driving ability in the last 5 years.
5.
One of those
4.
Saw in the Paul moments.
2, 1. Looking for answers, starting with Matt Atchity.
Need for Speed. I had a speed line, so I get extra points.
Very fast answer.
Need for Speed.
All right. 8.
I forgot the name of it, so I said Driving Like a Boss.
I mean, he was, but wrong. Sam.
I got the need for speed.
That is correct. All right.
Voting Top Gun, getting the answer right with Need of Speed, and we have a 3-point game has been opened up here with Above the Line in the lead as we move on to our 6th question in round 1. That is in the world of family films. The whole family can find these mildly amusing. Your question is, who portrayed George in the 1997 live-action adaptation of George of the Jungle?
Crowd not liking that. They have determined themselves that it's easy.
George in a fight against Tarzan, who wins?
Oh, definitely George. 5, 4.
I'm gonna go Tarzan all day
3,
on that one.
2, and 1. Look for answers. Start with Drew.
That would be Brendan Fraser.
That is correct for 10 points. Greg.
Brendan Fraser.
That is correct. Sam.
Rhymes with razor, Brendan Fraser.
That's right.
Brendan Fraser.
All right, clean sweep across the board for everyone there. It is still 11-8 above the line. 7th question in the category of fantasy sci-fi. A young man must stop the Lord of Darkness from both destroying daylight and marrying the woman he loves in what 80s fantasy film?
Man, you think destroying daylight would have been enough?
Yeah.
And then on top of it, taking away his lady.
Yeah.
Come on.
If they didn't say 80s, I would have answered The Graduate.
That's a
5,
point. Simon and
4,
Garfunkel.
3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Look for answers, starting with Gray.
I panicked. Labyrinth?
Nope. You remind me of the man. What man? Not the right answer, Sam.
I made the same mistake.
Wow. Okay.
Who also has successful friends in Hollywood? Maybe it's Doc Brown.
I'm gonna say the movie that gave us Tom Cruise in armor with no pants. Legend.
Right, legend indeed.
That's what I was
True.
thinking of.
Legend.
That is
Start with an
correct.
Okay. Still a
All right, final one of this
3-point
round.
contest. Our last question in round 1 is a Patreon question. This comes from a loyal patron of the Schmoedown. The young person's name is Abdullah Al-Shirawi. Thank you, Abdullah, for supporting the show. And in the category that you wanted the question in, movie release dates.
I'm a big fan of yours.
Schmoedown Patreon and
Big
enjoy the
fan.
tiers. This could be you one day.
12-9 here, closer out. Sam's pretty confident in this final question.
And Abdullah asks, the following 3 comic book films all came out in 2008. You need to list them in the order that they were released, from earliest to latest.
I rescind my being a big fan of this guy.
The movies are The Dark Knight, Iron Man, and The Incredible Hulk. We'll give you a little more time to write down these answers. Again, you need to get them in the order that they were released from earliest till latest in the year of 2008.
2008. What was your cholesterol count 2008?
I think it was a 4 or 5.
Mine was abnormally high.
Somewhere around there. I have a good cholesterol.
I have the bad cholesterol.
I got all the good ones. I got the upside, you got the downside. All right. We're going to give them a little bit more time here as we count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right.
And we're going to go pens down. Pens down. Pens down.
We're
and
starting
Sam
with
Levine, we are starting with.
Okay. 1 is Hulk, 2 is Iron Man, 3 is Dark Knight.
That is incorrect.
Correct.
Matt Ash.
Iron Man, Dark Knight, Incredible Hulk.
Incorrect.
No, it's Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk, the Dark Knight.
That's correct. Drew.
Great drink.
Nope, she got it wrong too as well.
Got it wrong too. It's a tough, great question.
Yeah.
Bella, thank you for supporting the Patreon. Only one person getting that, and it gives above the line a little bit more of a cushion going into round 2. It is now 13-9, 4-point lead for ATL.
Best teammate I've ever had.
Right.
Was that the 8th question?
That is the 8th and final
That would be
question.
a perfect round for Drew, I believe.
Oh, nice.
It is a perfect round for Drew McWeeny. Thank you to Sam Levine for knowing that.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to forget that.
One of his highfalutin friends at some fancy Hollywood Hills party told Sam Levine, then he just told us. So now Drew McWeeny is going to get a question asked just to Drew because he got a perfect round 1. Your bonus question, sir, is what 1998 comedy takes place at a graduation party and starred Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ethan Embry, Seth Green, and Lauren Ambrose?
Can't hardly wait.
1 point.
That's correct.
And now it's a 5-point lead going into round 2. The perfect round pays off for Drew McWeeny.
Can we give him an extra bonus point if he names the band that wrote that song and sang that song? No?
Yeah, I can. That would be Love Burger.
No replacements. Paul Westerberg. All right. I win this round of
That was
music
Spielbergers.
trivia.
And will above the line be the replacements for Team Patriots at the top of the heap? Well, they can win this match, and then they will face the Patriots, but still have 2 more rounds to go with Modok biting at their heels. In round 2, it is known as the wheel round.
Oh, yeah.
The rules in round 2 are as follows. Each team is going to get 6 questions from one of the categories on the Wheel of Destiny. You spin the wheel. If you don't like the category you get, you are allowed 1 mulligan spin. If you don't like that category, too bad. That's what you're stuck with. 6 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There again, there's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round 2. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice, at which point we'll give you 4 selections, one of which is the correct answer. Then the value of the question goes down to 1 point. Remember your JTE rules, remember your challenges, and remember the Titans. One of those slices is a sponsored Patreon slice from one of our patron supporters, and that is the slice of classics. Somebody wanted classics
you piece of
on
shit.
the wheel. They want to see them get classics, and we have a classic game in the works here, Ken. So we go to round 2. Above the line, you are in the lead 14-9. You have the first spin of the wheel if you want it, or you can defer to Modok.
We will defer.
Modok, you're up. Who would you like to have
Let's
spin?
go first here.
All right.
Sometimes I like that. There's different ways of putting the pressure on your opponent.
Get it, Matty?
They don't have a good round 2. All of a
Spin
sudden,
is
above the line
Barrel
is just
Street.
chilling in a hammock with a margarita. Crowd wants Streep. They're begging for Streep. They're not going to get it. It could be opponent choice, Ken. That is. Do you want to keep that slice? Matt Ashley and Grederick, they've seen a lot of movies. A lot of classic movies coming their way. Is that what they want?
All right, they're going to go again. They're going to go again. Hey,
From
you
the
know,
Patreon slice.
you have to do sometimes what your opponent feels comfortable with or your teammate feels comfortable with.
They could spin classics now, then they're going to be stuck with it, Ken, and the wheel could be going that way. We might have classics again, Ken. Oh! It just slipped over there, and I'm happy to say that Scott Curtis is our patron. Scott Curtis is the member of the Schmoedown Patreon that wanted that slice on the wheel. I'm not sure if Scott was hoping Modok gets it. Modok was hoping they didn't get it. They ended up spinning it, Ken, and you have those questions for them right now.
I do. You're going to get 6 questions in this round from this category.
For everybody counting at home, that's 4 more questions, and Ken currently has Butterfingers available on our desk.
I asked for 4. I only got 2.
You can't always get what you want.
All right. Try sometimes, you get the diabetes you need. All right.
Great Scott, Ken. That's a lot of Butterfingers.
First question.
Don't make it heavy.
Who directed the following classic films? The Philadelphia Story, A Star is Born, and My Fair Lady.
Doc Brown, the elder, whispering into the young high schooler Martin.
Yeah, we're going to need a...
Do a count. 5, 4, 3.
We're going to go with George Cukor.
That's correct for 2 points.
George Cukor, the famed director, they got it right there within a point. They're within 3 points of above the line.
Absolutely. All right, your second question in this round is, which Akira Kurosawa film predominantly follows two peasants on an adventure?
That would be Hidden Fortress.
That's correct.
Matt Ashley,
Or is also known as Star Wars Episode 3.5. Third question out of 6. In White Christmas, who sings, "If you're worried and you can't sleep, count your blessings instead of sheep"?
Could we get multiple choice, please?
Yes, you may. A, Bing Crosby. B, Danny Kaye. C, Fred Astaire. D, Bob Hope.
A.
Danny Kaye.
That's incorrect. Chance for a steal from above the line.
Bing Crosby.
Can we repeat the choices, please?
Yes.
Above the line, just waking up in round 2.
A, Bing Crosby. B, Danny Kaye. C, Fred Astaire. D, Bob Hope.
A.
Let's go with A.
Bing Crosby is correct. That's 1 point on steal.
He was dreaming of a White Christmas, Ken, and above the line now has a 2-point gap. Plenty of questions left for Modok in round 2.
All right. This will be your fourth in this round. Who played Victor Laszlo in 1943's Casablanca?
Maddie speaks for me. Go
All
ahead.
right. We need an answer.
Peter Lorre.
That is incorrect. Incorrect. Above the line for a steal.
Paul Heinrichs?
That is incorrect. Paul Henreid.
Oh, okay.
Paul Henreid, he was not a guitar-wielding
Roca is
enthusiast.
furious right now.
All right, guys. Fifth question in this round. Fifth question. How many times did Claude Rains play the role of Jack Griffin, the Invisible Man?
Wait, no.
Gonna need an answer.
I'm gonna say 3.
That is incorrect for the steal above the line.
I think it was 6. I think 6.
We need an answer in 5.
We'll go with twice.
That is incorrect. Only once.
Ooh,
Only
boy.
once.
Bit of a tomfoolery trick question
He
by
is,
the Schmoedown Riders.
Clarification. He played 2 more times, just no one saw him.
Okay.
See what he did there.
We give him a half a point for that?
Trying to get.
That's pretty funny.
I might add that in pencil and paper later.
All right. Your final question in this round of classics. Final question. The song Moon River was written for what Audrey Hepburn movie?
Breakfast at Tiffany.
That's right.
And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film. Yes, I think I recall.
Guys, we
And
don't have
we
the
fell
rights.
off the wagon there.
Definitely don't have the rights.
We're going to move on.
I think we
in
all get
round
5 points for
2.
sitting through that.
I have
It is a tied ball game. Is that correct?
15-15.
We move on in round 2 here, and above the line, well, you know, Modok, they got some questions right above the line with enough of a steal to at least maintain a tie. They have a spin left. Which member of your team would enjoy spinning the wheel of fate?
The man with the magic arm, Mr. Drew McQueenie.
Drew McQueenie confidently strolls up
It's a good one.
to the wheel. All the brashness and boldness in the world at his fingertips.
That is a good
Nobody
spin.
spins it like you, Drew. Nobody.
Powerful spin. The spin is in. The spin
Nobody
is in.
It's like Ernie Els. You can't even see how hard he's working to
That's
spin
right.
that. It's just a warm maple syrupy
like
kind
a-
of spin that Drew McQueenie
Will
has.
Clark swing in 1989. Effortless.
Butter.
Exciting is
And it's going to land
80s.
on 1980s. They're keeping it, Ken.
Did I say the man had a golden arm, or did I say the man had a golden arm? Who's coming to Vegas with me?
All right.
Drew
Can we get a
McQueenie.
mulligan mulligan on their spin.
You cannot, unfortunately, use your mulligan on an opponent's spin. A nice, clever usage of the rules. Matt Ashby has been watching the Schmoedowns. However, it is 80s movies for Above the Line, a category they're very excited about. Your first question of 6. What was the first movie to pair Tom Hanks and Sally Field as co-stars?
That would be Punchline.
They got the movie that is so accurate to the real world of stand-up comedy. John Goodman is the stay-at-home husband who just hates it his wife gets out at
And
night.
a young DJ Tanner, Candace Cameron, plays Sally Field's daughter.
And we move on with no additional points awarded. 2-point lead in your next question in round 2, the world of 80s movies. In 1983's A Christmas Story, what is the major award that the dad receives?
A lamp.
Yeah, it's the...
The plug-in leg lamp.
That's correct.
Gives 2 points. Give him 2 points, and I think that one really hurt Modok. I think they knew that answer as well. Could have been a steal.
Fragile. Yeah, it's Italian.
All right, so now we move on to your third question in the 1980s films. Who plays Ariel's best friend Rusty in 1984's Footloose?
Some people in the crowd reacted to that. Could be a deep cut. Could be something you know offhand. I don't know.
People just want to dance. Go to 5, 4, 3.
Can you repeat the question?
Certainly can do that.
There, the first JT rule.
Who plays Ariel's best friend Rusty in 1984's Footloose? And once again, we'll go to our...
I'm going to say Chris Penn.
That is incorrect for Steel Modok. 2-point swing here, Ken. This could be huge.
Could be very big.
Do need an answer in 5.
Can we get multiple choice?
4. You
Wait,
cannot.
what? Go ahead.
3, 2,
Go ahead.
What do you mean?
1.
Kevin Bacon.
That is incorrect. Looking for Sarah Jessica Parker.
It was
Sarah Jessica Parker.
That was a big miss for
I concur.
Above the Line, because they are putting the pressure on the neck of Modok here, but they have more in this round.
And a big miss for Modok as well. Could have really closed things up here. But we still
Enough
have
with
3
the guilt trip,
questions
Alice.
left.
Come on.
Your next question in the world of 1980s
Stay home and talk to my
movies.
wife for that.
In Blade Runner, which replicant does Deckard retire first? We're looking for the name. Need the first name of the replicant.
Leon.
Is incorrect. We go to Modok for the steal.
No. The dancer one. What? I don't remember her name though.
the
Can we get
name.
multiple choice?
You certainly cannot.
Alice.
5, 4,
Vera.
3.
Alicia.
You need a final answer.
Gray Drake.
Not Pris.
Can I answer it without getting points?
Sure.
Zora.
There you go.
Correct, but no points.
Zora.
All right.
Damn it.
You are right, Matt Ashity. No points are awarded. It is now a 4-point game, and we have 2 questions left. If Modok happened to steal these, we'd be tied to the end, or Above the Line could really put the heat on for a technical knockout if we get to round 3, which we will. Your question: what 80s crime comedy stars John Candy, Eugene Levy, Robert Loggia, and Meg Ryan?
That would be Armed and Dangerous.
2 points for Above the Line.
Points.
Ouch.
Love that movie.
Now a 6-point and literally 1.5 members of our crowd pulling for Above the Line. Seems like Modok has won favor, but with only 1 question left in round 2, their chances to steal dwindling. Your last question in round 2: which actor played Sean Astin's brother Brand in The Goonies?
Josh Brolin.
Would that be Josh Brolin?
It would be Josh Brolin, and it would be an 8-point lead going into round 3, so Above the Line. Drew McQueenie, Sam Levine dubbed him the man with a golden arm. He certainly spun that with the category of 80s. They did very well. But Modok, they have a puncher's chance here. They're going to be answering their slate of questions predominantly first as we get to round 3. Round 3. Each team is going to give us a series of 3 numbers. They range from 1 to 20. They're going to correspond to 3 different movie categories up here. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. The last question you receive is worth 5 points. Keep in mind, for the 2-pointer and the 3-pointer, the teams must choose which member is going to answer them. You have to answer those ones on your own. You cannot consult your teammate for help. Once we get to the 5-pointer, you are allowed to collaborate. Because Above the Line is in a commanding 8-point lead, we're going to get your series of numbers first. Which do you like?
10, 2, and 12.
Good
10,
numbers.
2, and 12.
Okay. We need
Nobody says numbers like Drew.
3 numbers that are not 10, 2, and 12, Modok.
11, 3, and 13.
Oh, playing head games.
Did you just IBM Hal? He just IBM Held us. I was thinking,
Maybe I did.
He IBM Held us, guys. That's not cool.
All
Price is right.
All right. Ken Knapsack
Bid
will
means
be
nothing
administering
now.
the questions to Modok, and they need to dig themselves out of a hole here, Ken.
All right. The category will be Disney. Who will be answering this 2-point question?
What about Disney?
Who's going to answer the 2-point question?
Me.
Gray Drake. Gray Drake will be answering the question. She cannot confer with Matt Atchity. Your 2-point question. What Disney animated movie features the Billy Joel song, Why Should I Worry?
Oliver and Company.
Wow, 2 points! 2 points there.
You know, I know she's dressed like Doc Brown, but Gray Drake looks like any frazzled professor in any Disney movie I've ever seen.
Right. All right. For your second question, which is a 3-pointer, you chose the number 3. That corresponds to the category of fantasy sci-fi, Matt.
I hate these movies.
Name the corporation that manufactures replicants in Blade Runner.
They do need to hit this, Ken.
They do need to hit this,
Matt
yes.
does not get this right.
And repeat the question, please.
All right, using your first JT rule. Name the corporation that manufactures replicants in Blade Runner.
We're talking about the first movie.
Yeah. That's right.
I want to say Wayland Yutani, and that's not it. It's
Looking for a final answer. Hit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've lost it.
No answer. So, with that, we have a winner by way of the Tyrell Corporation. The Tyrell Corporation was what we were looking for.
Tyrell Corporation is what we were looking for, and we were also in search of a really good game, and Modok certainly gave that to Above the Line. They were playing a little bit of catch-up right from the get-go, and I think that really it became too deep of a well that they could not pull themselves out of, but a very game effort by Modok. And Above the Line, I'd say, a worthy, perhaps successor to the Patriots. We're going to see them play each other real soon.
Like I said, it pains me to put them in that category, but there could be a day of reckoning coming, and this puts them on to face the Patriots here. Drew with a perfect first round. I thought an uneven second round for the team, but they didn't need it. They coasted. Not coasted. Yeah, they went into this victory, but they needed that third round, and that's what I was trying to say there. But you know who can talk better? Jen Sturger. She's with the winners and losers.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Jen Sturger here with Above the Line. Guys, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. McWeenie, fantastic round.
Thank you.
Round 1. And the Golden Arm. Sam, you were there.
Wow.
Tell me, you guys got to be feeling really good about today's performance.
Today was fun, and here's why it was fun, because there were moments where they really started to put the heat on, and where we thought we knew stuff and didn't, and you know, it is very possible to walk in too confident, and I'm glad that we had this match before we face the Patriots, because we know what we want.
You guys seemed pretty stoked when you hit the 80s in the second round, but they weren't as easy as you guys thought they were going to be, were they?
Let me field that. They were not as easy as we thought they were going to be. And Drew and I had talked about this earlier, and our strategy played perfectly, which was if we weren't 100% sure not to do multiple choice to give our opponents the mathematical advantage, and it worked every time in our favor.
Interesting strategy.
Thank you very much.
Speaking of facing the Patriots, you
Yeah.
guys have any strategies going into this match?
We do. I have thought long and hard about what we would do if we ever had to face the Patriots again. And 3 weeks ago, I watched Remember the Titans on an airplane. So there's no more gaps, guys. That's it. There's no possible way you can beat us a second time now. So I feel pretty good about that.
All right, well, best of luck to you guys. Very excited for this match.
Thank you, Jen. So are we.
Oh, Modok.
Oh, great Scott.
Great Scott. No, you know what? Mathematically, when you look at the score, it doesn't seem close. That was a very close game. Tell me, you guys have got to be kicking yourself on a few of those.
Our parents didn't get together at the dance. Biff stepped in. We're not even going to be born. It's a rough beat.
Yeah, we're in a convertible full of crap.
Yeah.
This is so hard. It was like every hole in our knowledge was hit today.
Yeah, it was a tough one. That's a tough team to beat.
They're great.
Absolutely. And then you hit classics, and then you hit classics again. So there was no avoiding classics today for you. But you still kept it respectable. How were you feeling going into that last round?
It was not great. I was like, oh, we're in trouble. This is we're.
I used the JTE rule, tried to give myself more time to think of Terrell. I just couldn't do it. It
was hard.
Frustrating. It's a tough beat, but I really, really want to see those guys take down the Patriots. I think we all do, right?
Oh, it's way better than playing the Patriots. It's way better than losing to the Patriots. Patriots, boo.
But what's next for you guys?
More time travel.
Bar around the corner.
We gotta go back, way back.
Exactly.
Before this match.
Break out the little game, and it's gonna be good.
Hit it hard, Marty.
Exactly.
Back to you guys.
Well, I mean, look, you see a lot of chaos backstage. Let's talk about Modok first, because Modok, we haven't seen the last of them in the team league by any stretch of the imagination. We love not only their entrances, but Matt Atchity and Great Drake, I think they complement each other better than they ever have before. It just so happens they ran into a juggernaut with Above the Line.
Juggernaut. Choice of questions that no Jeff Goldblum pulls today, but
a tough spin in round 2.
I love watching Matt and Gray compete, and I hope they continue to do it. I hope they pull themselves together and kind of race for some championship contention. And Above the Line, they are a scary team.
I mean, you could argue that Scott Curtis, our patron, felled Modok as well as Above the Line because they got that tough spin of classics in round 2. Meanwhile, Above the Line spinning 80, certainly in their wheelhouse, is beating I mean, look, you talk about great teams, and then you have the Patriots. I hate them too, but they're on another level of greatness right now. Do you think Above the Line has the mettle it takes to knock them off the platform?
Here is the key to our success in the Lions Den, if I may say. We never take anyone lightly. So we research, we study, we are ready for the battle. Is Above the Line going to bring it? You absolutely bet you they will bring it. But we'll be ready.
Well, we would hope that everybody out there is ready for what? The free-for-all. It's going to be on April 13th is when it drops. It's a massive competition. It's going to be so much fun. More competitors, bigger, better, everything to the nines. And there's going to be a lot of fan watch-alongs out there all over the world. Ken, listen to these cities that they already have set watch-alongs. Texas, New York, Chicago, Arizona, and the UK. To find out where and when you can join all these watch-alongs and watch the free-for-all live on April 13th, just join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group. The one for the Arizona meetup is going to be at a bar. No anchovies. It's a pizza and bar. Check that out. More info for that on our Twitter feed at the Schmoedown.
I'm not allowed back in Flagstaff, Arizona. It's not there, right?
It is not there. If you're standing on a corner in Winslow, just hitch a ride over to Tucson and enjoy the free-for-all. Maybe you'll see some of your favorite competitors go right there. And also check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes. Ken, I've plugged enough stuff here today. Where can the kids find you?
Oh, you can find me not in Flagstaff, Arizona, but at Catnapsuck across all social media platforms.
Make sure you guys check out the Schmoedown Patreon. If you like Patreon, check out our Office Space commentary. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this. And don't forget, the free-for-all coming up real soon. We'll see you next time on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Drew, I'll see you around, buddy. Where do you think you're going?
Jeez. Where do you think you're going?
You're just right here waiting for me? I was congratulating you on such a big win. Now we get to have a rematch. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this rematch. I've had a taste in my mouth for this rematch since the Spectacular last year. I bet you have had that taste in your mouth. I'm hungry for my own rematch because you know what? JT and I, we got to prove that it wasn't a fluke beating you guys. Yeah, I think I want to prove that it was. And I already said this before, so I'll let you guys know. I have seen Remember the Titans, so whatever movies you guys felt like you're lacking in, now's the time to watch them, pal. JT and I don't really have any holes in our game. All I have to say is remember to write the answer down this time in the third round, because, we saw what happened with Roca. Right. We all saw what happened with Roca, and... I'm sure you guys won't make that mistake. You'll make other mistakes. We'll make other mistakes, but they won't cost us the match. I think second time's the charm for me and Drew. So. All right. Well, listen. Congratulations. Go celebrate. Enjoy the evening, Sam. Thank you, buddy. You enjoy that belt. Oh, I am. I actually have to go polish it. Excuse me. All right. I'm gonna go polish mine. We need more belt polish.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time.
Well, Another match in the books, above the line. It's their time. They're going back. Another crack at the belts at those pesky Patriots. I'm thinking this time they're going to do it. They got my support. Drew and Sam, best of luck. Sam, I'm glad you finally watched Remember the Titans. Such a great film, isn't it? So if you like my reactions, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. And if you do Schmoedown reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, it's your boy C-Dub. Peace.